Okay guys, welcome to the video. I basically just want to do the quick video because this is a question that I get a lot. But what we're going to talk about today is how to get a phone number using easy psychology. And before you click off of this, this is not like some weird mind trick hypnosis thing. What we're going to be using to get phone numbers is this basic principle called the reciprocation bias. And I'm going to explain what that is here in a second. And I'm going to explain why using this reciprocation bias to get a phone number is much better than the traditional approach that a lot of guys use, which is just be confident and, be bold and just ask for the number. So we're going to jump in here and I'm going to explain to you what the reciprocation bias is. I'm not going to give you a boring lecture. I'm trying to keep this video maybe around 5 minutes, hopefully. So the reciprocation bias is a pretty basic idea from psychology. It's pretty ingrained in our minds and how humans work in general. Basically, the reciprocation bias means when somebody does something for us, we want to do something for them in return. The best example, which I drew here, is like when a friend or a family member gives you a gift or they do you a favor. When they give you that gift, when they do you that favor, what do you do in return? You want to give them a gift, you want to do them a favor. That's basically all the reciprocation bias is. But why is this important to getting phone numbers? The reason this is important to getting phone numbers is because if you give something, women will give you their phone number in exchange because they're going to reciprocate. I call this basic approach the wrote it backwards there, give to get approach. We're going to give something in order to get the phone number because by giving, they're going to reciprocate and give us something, which is what we want. We want the phone number. So what are we going to give to get that phone number? Basically, I call it your offer. And the best way to think of it is, you see all these ads and stuff on, Facebook or YouTube, and there's people offering like, hey, just sign up with your email and let me draw an example. So, put in your email at gmail.com and then we'll send you this ebook or we'll send you this, course or, all this like marketing bullshit. They'll send you something. That's the reciprocation bias. So why are you giving them your email? Because they're offering you something. So it's the same type of idea. This is basically what we're doing to get their phone number. You're offering them something. What can you offer them? I use a few different ones personally. You can use music, pets, basically anything that's related to a hobby, maybe like some trip that you went on last year. The music and pet ones are the ones that I found worked really well in my experiments. I did experiments with a few hundred women on Tinder and also at, various social events. And music and pets seem to be the ones that they bite on the most. Basically, I'm a part-time musician. Not part-time, I mean, as like a hobby, I make music. I'm not that good, but I offer to send them some, songs. And then for the pet one, I send them some photos of my cat. So that's what I offer. If you're in the boxing, maybe you could send them like a link to some crazy boxing fight you were in. Or, if you're preferably not something gross, like if you're a hunter, don't send them like a picture of a dead animal carcass. Probably not super hot for you to do that. But just keep it fun and light. The music and the pet ones work well. So that's what I use for my offer. That's what I offer to give them in order to get the phone number. Because by offering to send them some of my music, I'm giving them something. They're going to use the reciprocation bias, and they're going to give me their phone number in return. So before I let you go here, how do you use your offer? You just bring it up in conversation. More specifically, you bring up the subject in conversation. So if we're using the music one, I want to, send them some songs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the subject to music. And you don't want to do this within like the first 90 seconds of meeting them, obviously. You want to chat them up, see how they're doing, how do they know the host of the party, whatever. So, but once you got the thing going, you feel like there's some chemistry, you start talking about the subject of your offer. In this case, it's music. So I'll start chatting to them about music. I'll ask them what type of music they like. They'll ask what type of music I like. That's when I bring up that I write music. So they're going to be interested. It's kind of, something they want to learn more about. I casually offer to send them some songs. Can I have your phone number so I can send them to you? And then, it's really not that complicated, but for some reason, as guys, we're just taught to be confident. Be bold. Women like confident guys. Well, it's not quite that simple, because the problem with just being bold, being confident, which is what a lot of guys are taught to do, is just ask for the number. Don't offer anything, just ask for the number. And the reason this works is because you're not using the reciprocation bias. You're going against basic human psychology. You're not giving. You're just trying to get. So if you're not giving anything, they're not going to be as motivated to give you anything in return. You have to give the get. Basically, what I'm trying to say here, the reason being confident and being bold does not work is because, again, it's going against that reciprocation bias. You have to give something to get something. Because when you're bold and you're just asking for something, the reason that doesn't necessarily work is because it's also being very direct, which is something that's also a flirtation killer. Flirtation should be indirect. So hopefully that kind of clears this up. So hopefully you got something out of this video. Just to do a quick recap before I let you go, we talked about the reciprocation bias. It's like when we have a desire to do things for people that do things for us. It's like when a friend or a family member gives you a gift, you want to give them a gift in return. That's the reciprocation bias. You use the reciprocation bias, we give the get the phone number. We give them something in order to get the phone number. By giving them something, they're going to reciprocate by giving us something. Pretty simple. You give them your offer, something interesting, hobbies, pets are good choices. And how you use it is you just bring up the subject in conversation, and then you offer the offer from there. So hopefully, guys, this video has been helpful for you. I just thought I would make a quick video on it. It's a question I get a lot, and it seems like something that's helpful to a lot of people. So if you want to know more, you can check out my YouTube channel or my website, whatever you want to do. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I would love to get some feedback. Maybe I wasn't clear enough about some stuff in this video, but anyway, I won't keep you any longer. Hopefully you found the video helpful, and I will see you in the next one.